Hello everyone, welcome back to our very first podcast of the Finwell Growth Solution, where we talk about real number and real business strategies for small business success. I am your host Ayush Yadav, and today we are diving deep into the topic where usually small entrepreneurs and small business suffer with. And I am joined behind the visionary of the Finwell Growth Solution, a firm that not just helping business to survive but to thrive financially. So please welcome the founder of the Finwell Growth Solution, Mr. Rachit Agrawal.
Hi, Ayush.
Hi sir, how are you?
I'm great, and this has been a great topic you have selected. And I believe this is the first podcast you've been shooting on this particular segment. So I should congratulate you to start with this topic, and it has been a very great topic going forward because India will be leading the globe in the coming years, and you will be seeing the Indian companies at the top of the world, and these SMEs will be the leaders in the coming years. And I believe they are struggling with the right consultancy and right advisory. That's why they are not growing as they must be, because they are good in operations, they are good in sales, but they are not growing. So it's a great topic and great initiative taken by your side.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been a pleasure. So, sir, what inspired you before starting the Finwell Growth Solution?
See, Finwell started with a single belief that the financial clarity shouldn't be the luxury for the SMEs. It's been a luxury from a long time. See, they have not been taught how to financially manage the company. They've learned by themselves. And when you learn by themselves, whatever comes your way, you just find a solution for that. But there has not been a process with the large state companies. They have been well planned, they've been well organized, and that's why they are growing. See, when we go back around 35 years back in India, when the companies started going into the privatization, the companies started well, and they just started, the companies which started their processes well, the companies which have taken the way of financial clarity have gone like anything. See, take an example of ACC, or you take an example of Reliance. These are the companies which adopted the best financial structures, and they've spent like anything in the financial part of their companies. Then they've grown like anything. The scalability of these companies has been a far more than the other companies. The only difference with these companies and the other companies is that they have adopted the new financial regimes, the new financial methodologies, the new financial procedures which should be adopted as globally required. So when you talk about the scalability, the small and medium companies need a structure where they can grow like anything, and that is the purpose behind forming this particular company, where we can help these companies to grow like anything, and to help these companies to make a structure and procedures and policies, so that they can take a control of their companies and they can make a multiplier of these companies. We talk about multiplier. When we talk about multiplier, it is like scalability of their business. So that is the purpose behind forming Finwell.
So, sir, in your early interaction with the small businesses, what financial challenges do you face?
See, we have seen all these small companies and medium companies. They have been into the figures of 7, 8, 10 digit figures in terms of their sale, in terms of their profit. But when it comes to their actual cash, they don't have the cash balance in the bank. They don't have the actual clarity about the tax compliances. They don't have the structure where they can see the comparison with the other companies in the same industry. So when I've been working with these companies around from 13 to 14 years back. Now it's been 15 years in this particular field I've been working. So what I've seen is they need a clarity with regards to their structures. They need a clarity with regards to their taxation. They need a clarity with regards to their finances. Even they have been taking an unstructured loan from the financiers. They have been taking unstructured loan from the bankers, and they don't know how to utilize their funds in the company. And they have been increasing costs. There are cases where we have seen they have increased the cost, but the same part should be reflected in the profit part also. They have not been monitoring that thing also. And when we talk about their average cost of capital, nobody knows what is the average cost of capital of the company in terms of SMEs. So I'm not talking about all the companies, but mostly that is the case with mostly companies. So I believe these are the concerns which should be addressed well, and there should be strategic planning on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, where we are talking about the growth only, where you can get the real valuations of your company. That should be the purpose of the SMEs, and that can only be done through well-structured manner, well-structured policies, well-structured procedures, and internal controls which can help them to grow like anything.
Do you think, sir, strategic planning or the financial planning is underrated for small businesses?
Yes, of course, absolutely. You see, we are living in the country where we have grown up from the necessities.
Yeah.
We talk about we were evolved. We are not chosen this path. We are evolved in this path. There was a necessity for us to do the business. It was like when we talk about our forefathers, it was not the case we have chosen this thing. It was given to us.
Yeah.
It is not our choice. The thing is, you have to do. You have, if you have to survive, you have to do the business. That was the case. And these SMEs do have the tradition that they have been evolved like anything from that particular aspect. But now, when they do have the structure, when they do have the finances to address and these things, they should not be taking that casually. Yeah, in India, financial clarity and you can say financial advisory is not taken well because people finances, I know finances, everyone SMEs people think, and mostly usually people think that they know finances, they have been doing business from last 40 years, last 50 years, they know their finances well. अगर उनको नहीं पता होता तो यहाँ तक भी कैसे आते? तो that is the purpose behind. उनका thought process ही वहाँ चलता है कि हमें मालूम है, हमने इतने सालों से धंधा कर रहे हैं, हमें धंधा क्या सिखाओगे आप? तो that has been the case with the most entrepreneurs and they think कि आज के डेट में भी वैसा ही चलेगा. अब नहीं चलेगा. That's been changed and there's been a shift in the paradigm. And when we talk about if you want to be a global leader, you have to adopt the best practices in terms of financial clarity. You have to form a corporate office where you can think about it, how to grow, how to value your money, how to value your real assets. When I will talk about, you will get the balance sheet and the balance sheet figures are like 10,000 रुपये आ रहा है किसी में, तो एक्चुअल में 10,000 की वैल्यूएशन नहीं है आज उसकी, इट इज़ लाइक 1 लाख रुपीज़, सो इट इज़ 10 times द रियल वैल्यू, बुक वैल्यू. तो हम लोग अभी वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द रियल वैल्यू. सो आई बिलीव दीज स्मॉल सेक्टर्स एंड मीडियम सेक्टर कंपनीज शुड थिंक अपॉन इट एंड दे शुड अडॉप्ट द global phenomena rather than local phenomena. So they've been focusing on local phenomena, they've been comparing themselves with the local companies, and until unless you don't dream those companies as ideal companies, you will not become that companies.
Okay, sir. So, according to you, sir, why small businesses suffer financially even if they have a good customer support, good wealth, good sales? But why they suffer?
Yeah, it's been a great question. See, we have been seeing that there are so many companies which evolved from the basic product. Even if they are supplying a basic product, they will like anything. I will usually take an example of Amul, a cooperative society, just a cooperative society, and it's been a world's number one cooperative society now. एक कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी को कैसे उन महिलाओं ने, लोगों ने मिलके कितना बड़ा एक बिजनेस बना दिया जस्ट बाय स्ट्रक्चरिंग दैट देयर बिजनेस. सो हम एक कॉमन सा प्रोडक्ट, दूध हर घर में यूज़ होता था, मिल्क हैज़ बीन इन यूज फ्रॉम मतलब पास्ट कितने हाउ मेनी ईयर्स आई डोंट नो, बट दैट कॉमन प्रोडक्ट हैज़ नाउ बिकम अ बिजनेस एंड अ कोर बिजनेस. See, so many companies has been looking on Amul. It's a cooperative society. Like how they have built their business, how they have addressed the real problems, how they have created the structure for this distribution to whole pan India. So I believe you should be adopting the best practices in each and every aspect. They have taken the finances very seriously. They have created a corporate office where they have been not thinking themselves as a cooperative society. They are thinking themselves as a corporate company, and they have been developing their systems like that only. So now their scalability is like they have found all the farmers and they have adjoined themselves. They have created the cooperative societies in each and every area, and now they are the members of these cooperative societies. So Amul is an example how you can use the power of the people through proper management. Other cases, I believe Reliance has been the case where they have been very fast in issuing their IPOs. They have gone to the public, that the public do have the money and they do have the idea of business. So they gone to the public, they ask the money, and they have utilized that money properly well because they do have the structure to present the returns to the investors. So the today's phase is also like that. If you do have the idea, you do have the business, people do have the money, and if you do have the proper structure for that, you can go beyond the limits. But if you do have a good product, but you are not geographically expanding yourself, you are not reaching to the public in mass, how can you grow your profits? That's the reason, even if you do have a good product and you are not reaching to the public, you are not growing your business. Even you do have the common product like boat, is an example of it, or sugar is an example. They are saying the common products, like headphones you can get everywhere. So we have seen Aman as an entrepreneur have evolved himself. He had taken that particular problem and he has made that as a brand. The reachability and the quality of the brand, that particular products has been assured, and he has made that product as a mass product. So that brand building exercise can be only be done through proper structuring, proper planning, and even you do have a good product, you should reach, that product should reach to the public. For that you can go to the investors, and to go to the investors you should be financially well planned. Your structuring should be like that. If you are going to the investor do have the trust on your financials that yes, you can do that. Shark Tank is a live example. So you're saying so many businesses going there, and they have been growing like anything. Some of them are have reached as a great company. So when we talk about SMEs, we usually wait for your time to come, and if you are waiting for your time to come, it will never come. You should go forward, you should have a structure for that, and you should target yourself as a large scale companies. If you will not think like that, you will not grow.
So, sir, what are the 3 most common financial mistakes that every small business make before starting their business?
So it's a very appropriate question with regards to SMEs. Say I'm talking about most SMEs. I'm not talking about all the SMEs. Some are very good in that, but usually what I see is if I will talk about what are your bank balance, and mostly SMEs doesn't know about their bank balances. When I talk about how much cash you can realize in a coming month, usually they don't know. How much cash is required in a coming month, usually they don't know. So their controls on their cash flows is, I believe, is weak. I'm not saying it is the case in 100% SMEs, but usually I see that. And with regards to their tax planning also, when I talk about most of the SMEs, that tax planning is like they are not sitting on the products. They are not sitting on the tax planning part of it. They are not sitting with the financial advisor on a regular basis. That should be the culture in the company, where you should sit with the financial advisor and talk about the cash flows, talk about the P&L, profit and loss. So they don't look profit and loss on a monthly or weekly basis, or they do not project even what should be the next month profit, what should be the cash profit which we will draw. So I believe the most important is cash flow, another is tax planning, third is structuring. These are the common problems which we usually see in the books of the financial statements of the SMEs, or you can say financial structure of the SMEs. So that should be taken care well if they want to grow in a global era.
Focus on profit, but they forget about the wealth generation. Can you please explain about this?
Yes, your earlier question, what I have said in earlier question also. See, what happens is, if you are generating a large amount of money, profit, but you don't have that the control on that profit, and that profit is not accumulating in the form of cash or any investment, then ultimately your business is sucking your money. Yeah, profit is there, that is in the balance sheet itself, that is in the P&L itself, but that is not the actual profit of your business. The actual profit lies in the form of wealth creation. That wealth creation, I've already said that you are repaying your loans, that if you are generating profit, the loan should be repaid if you are having any loans, or in the form of investment, या तो FD बढ़ जाए, या म्यूचुअल फंड बढ़ जाए, या रियल एस्टेट बढ़ जाए, कुछ तो बनना चाहिए, या इधर आपने एक और फैक्ट्री लगा ली. So that is the case if you are generating a large amount of profit and you don't have any investments of financing thing with you, repaid financing thing, then that means you are not managing your profit well. And wealth creation is an art. You should be 100% in control of your profits, and you should keep accumulating the profit in the form of investments and in the form of expansion or in the form of repayment of loans. So that is the case. So wealth creation is an art where profit in accumulation again and again has to be reinvested or paid as a repayment of loan.
So, sir, how a small business person start their business with the limited resource?
See, I have already said that we Indians are born with this thing. हमें पहले पैसा मिलता कहाँ था, हमें मजबूरी से हमारा धंधा पैदा हुआ है. So we have created this business by not by our will. It is just यू कैन से इट इज़ जस्ट अ मजबूरी जहाँ हमने इस धंधे को चूज़ किया. Indians are well do have the technology, well do have the thought, जिसमें वो ऐसी बिना कम रिसोर्सेज पे भी बिजनेस को खड़ा कर सकते हैं. Why? When I say this, the reason behind this, India is the largest consumer of the products. हम 150-140 करोड़ लोगों के साथ रह रहे हैं जो इंडिया के अंदर हैं. सो हमारे पास अगर इवन वी डू हैव द लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज एंड वी बॉट समथिंग फ्रॉम दिस पर्सन एंड सेल दिस टू दिस पर्सन, this transaction can be done in a single day with a limited resources. So even if the small businesses are coming, even if the small and medium businesses are coming and they want to grow exponentially, in Indian economy, you do have the consumption, so you can take the help of the bank at the initial level. And if you do have the proper knowledge of your wealth and you do have the proper knowledge of the structuring of your books and you do have the financial control, then you can go to any of the investors. Your listing is very easy in the SME IPOC. Now it's like बहुत छोटा सा है, बड़ा कम सा टर्नओवर चाहिए, बहुत कम सा प्रॉफिट चाहिए, एंड यू गेट लिस्टेड ऑन SME IPOs. So you can get the money from market very easily if you do have the great idea and great business with you. So the most important thing is that you do have the proper planning for that. You sit on the financials and you talk about the growth part of it. Even you do have the limited resources, the banks and investors will help you like anything to grow exponentially.
तो सर ऐसी क्या फाइनेंशियल टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स आप देना चाहेंगे जो स्मॉल बिजनेस को जो अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं?
I will just say certain 3-4 things. One of them is keep track of your financial progress and maintain the hardcore control on your cash flows. Whatever you are earning, the amount should be in control of your in your control. See, if it is not in your control, that money is just a waste. You are just generating profit in terms of your book values. And third thing I will suggest, that keep using your resources for the maximum profit thing. See, there will be a limited resources always. There will be a scarcity of resources. So you cannot serve to each and every customer, and you cannot serve each and every product. So you have to choose the customer which is giving you the highest profit, and you have to choose the product which is giving you the highest profit, and keep focusing on those product and customers, and you have to eradicate other customers and other products those are not giving any value, any profit to, you can say little profit or little value to the company. That is the one thing which I will say with the small businesses. And another thing is, keep tracking your profits and keep investing them, reinvesting them. If you want to generate a compounding effect wealth, like I've already said in earlier videos also, that see, if you are looking forward for the wealth creation part, हमारा सेंसेक्स चालू हुआ 80s में, मतलब यू कैन से 1978 में. सो 80 में चालू होके आज 45-46 ईयर्स में इट इज़ लाइक 100 से स्टार्ट हुआ था, आज 80,000 हम मान लेते हैं, 800 टाइम्स वेल्थ हो गया. करेक्ट. इन्हीं कंपनीज का. तो आप अपना वेल्थ अगर कंपाउंडिंग इफेक्ट में लगाते हो, इफ यू यूज योर वेल्थ एज ए कंपाउंडिंग इफेक्ट, दैट बिजनेस विल ग्रो. लाइक अगर आपका बिजनेस आज 10 करोड़ का 20 करोड़ का है, तो आज से 30 साल बाद वो 800 गुना हो जाएगा, 8,000 करोड़, 10,000 करोड़, अगर आप सिर्फ प्रॉपरली मेंटेन करते रहो. So that is the case that I will say is, keep investing your money, keep reinvesting your money and use the value of the compounding effect. और यू SMEs के साथ तो एक फ़ायदा और है, उनके साथ तो सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट ग्रोथ नहीं आएगा, सिर्फ मार्केट ग्रोथ नहीं आएगा, जो वैल्यू एडिशन कर रहा है उसका ग्रोथ और ज़्यादा आएगा. आई विल टेक एन एग्जाम्पल एंड आई विल सजेस्ट यू वन ऑफ द केस. 100 रुपीज़ आपने अपना इन्वेस्ट किया एंड फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर ROI इज़ 30%. ठीक है, आपने 100 पे 30 कमाया, आपने 100 रुपये मार्केट का लगा लिया. ठीक है, उसको 10 रुपये दिया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल बैंक को आपने 10 रुपये ब्याज दिया, तो आपने उसके 100 रुपये पे 30 रुपये कमाया, 30 रुपीज़ यू अर्न, एंड यू पेड 10 रुपीज़ इंटरेस्ट टू बैंक. सो 20 रुपीज़ यू अर्न ऑन द मनी ऑफ अदर पीपल. सो नाउ योर अर्निंग विल बी 30 ऑन योर ओन मनी, 20 ऑन द मनी ऑफ अदर. So that is 50 rupees you have earned on 100 rupees. This is the power of retention. This is the power of, if you do have the cash balance with you, you can earn more, you can have the greater ROI than the others. So you have to focus on your financial part. Cash flows is the most important thing which you should look. Even if you are generating a great profit, your cash flow should show that.
So sir, according to you, when should a small business or any other business hire a financial consultant or advisor?
See, if you're born when you decide you should have a doctor?
जब तबीयत खराब होती है जब
Whenever it is needed, it is needed at the beginning of the. आज बच्चा पैदा होता है उसे वैक्सीनेशन दिया जाता है, भैया ये इसका फ्यूचर देख लेना, ब्लड देख लो, ब्लड के लिए हम ये देखते हैं कि इसका आयरन को कितनी ज़रूरत है, कैल्शियम की कितनी ज़रूरत है. जब हम अपनी खुद की बॉडी को ठीक करने के लिए फाइनेंशियल एडवाइज़र ले मतलब अपना हेल्थ डॉक्टर लेके चलते हैं, हेल्थ एडवाइज़र लेके चलते हैं. जब हम पैदा हुए और जब हमारा बिजनेस है जो बिल्कुल हमारा, अगर हमें ठीक टाइम पे ठीक सलाह मिल जाए और हमें ये हो जाए कि ये पैसा अगर हमारा मान लो शायद 3 साल भी वेस्ट रहा, 3 साल भी हमारा रिटेन रहा बिजनेस में, तो वो ज़्यादा वैल्यू जनरेट नहीं कर पाता. अगर हमने पहले साल से इन्वेस्टमेंट चालू कर दिया और पहले साल से प्लान कर लिया तो ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा ना वो आदमी. तो इट्स लाइक इफ यू आर हैविंग अ बिजनेस यू शुड हैव अ फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर विद यू. इट इज नॉट लाइक कि यू कैन चूज आफ्टर 4 years 5 years. इफ यू आर स्टार्टिंग योर बिजनेस फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग यू शुड हैव अ ग्रेट फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर विद यू. Go with the best of them, whatever you can afford with, and try to maximize the inputs of those financial advisor. अगर डॉक्टर बता भी रहा हम उसको मान नहीं रहे तो फायदा क्या होगा. तो use those financial advisor and make them think them as a partner of your business, because they are really concerned about the growth of your company, because if you will grow then only they will grow. So I believe the financial advisor is the most important thing from the very beginning of your business.
क्या आप सर अपना एक एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर सकते हैं कोई भी एक बिजनेस का जो आज एक लीडिंग पोजीशन पे है, जिन्हें स्मॉल से स्टार्ट किया था?
See, there have been various cases where we have been helping so many businesses, and they have been like anything from their past. Now, so let me take an example of one of the trader who have been dealing with in a jewelry space. They have opened a small shop. And they've been operating like a old school jewelers. And वही जो ज्वेलरी का होता है भाई, जैसा हो गया खुद डील करना, खुद वो बेस करना. We have been financial consultant of them from last 2 to 3 years, and now they do have around 8 branches across India, and their profits have grown like 200%, 300% over the period of this 2 to 3 years. So when I talk about 2x, 3x, they have been growing just because of financial structuring. Now they do have the confidence that they can open. ज्वेलर को तो यही लगता है ना अपनी दुकान छोड़ के कैसे धंधा ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं. But that financial independence and financial structure has given them the confidence that they can operate anywhere. And one of my client as a contractor, I have started with him. And 2021, the sales was not even 1 crore rupees at that time. Now they do have the sales of around 150 crores, and they've been doing well. So if you plan well and if you take care of your financials very well, now the banks are going behind them. उनको बार बार आते हैं भाई सर हमसे पैसा ले लो, हमसे ले लो, इस रेट पे ले लो. सो व्हेन यू डू हैव द फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रक्चर ना, आपका जैसे आप बैंक के पास जाते हो, बैंक पैसा दे दो, उल्टा हमारे पास आते हैं, हमारे क्लाइंट्स के पास आते हैं. आपका स्ट्रक्चर जब बेटर होता है, आप हमसे ले लो, किस रेट पे ले लोगे, हम रेट नेगोशिएट कर लेंगे, हम चार्जेस नेगोशिएट कर लेंगे. तो मेक योर सेल्फ अ ब्रांड वे यू डू हैव द स्ट्रक्चर, जहाँ पे इन्वेस्टर्स एंड बैंकर्स आर कमिंग टू यू टू गेट, मतलब टू इन्वेस्ट देयर मनी इन योर बिजनेस. आपका बिजनेस अगर स्ट्रक्चर्ड होगा, उनको ट्रस्ट डेवलप हो जाएगा कि धंधा अच्छा है, इसका स्ट्रक्चर ठीक है, वो ट्रस्ट पैदा हो जाता है. सो दैट इज द केस वे यू कैन ग्रो लाइक एनीथिंग. सो आई बिलीव these are the cases where I've just shared 2 to 3 stories. I've been worked around more than 1,200 businesses and more than if you can say 30,000 people in particular. But I will say about 1,200 businesses, and I work more than 1,200 businesses in more than 8 states, and they've worked like anything. They've grown like anything. So I believe these small suggestions which I have given you, these small suggestions, even if implemented through a local consultant, proper financial consultant with those consultants which have the proper knowledge of the finance, can get the maximum value out of them, their businesses.
So sir, where can people find more about Finwell and how they'll connect with you?
See, you can connect with me in all the platforms which are available. Like I am available on LinkedIn, we are available on Insta, we are available on Facebook, and we are available on YouTube. So whatever you like, you can connect with on that, and our website is there, you can connect through that also. So you will get a great content there, and I assure you that you will get the value out of your time on these particular medias. and whatever there will be only about growth. We will not talk about anything other than growth, and we will talk about a real growth, and we will not talk about on any of the illegal activities and money through illegal activities. We will talk about all the money through legal activities. Even if we want to develop this nation, you have to think like a development of business, this nation through the involvement of the business owners. Business owners are the most important part in the development of the nation, and I believe they are the most important resource of this country. So you will get the content there in all the platforms, and you can connect through our website also.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your precious time for the podcast. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Ayush, and it's been a great pleasure for me also to be sharing on these important topics in this podcast. And I believe this podcast will help so many of the entrepreneurs who have been budding or have been thinking about being large scale companies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.